In today's news, a Virgin Islands Territorial song replaces God Save Our Queen for the first time in history. Longstanding educator Mrs. Kirlin Lettsome has transitioned. McMaster successfully defended his Commonwealth Games title. Voter registration deadline is September 5th ahead of the next general elections here in the BVI. In BVI, among 6 Caribbean islands and OTs to benefit from some $476,000 project. Residents are encouraged to participate in the KAP Survey for a Better BVI, says Green VI, and Bryan defeats Bernier in USVI primary elections. We also take a look across the region where St. Kitts and Nevis elects a new Prime Minister, the Honorable Terrance Drew. He has been sworn in. All this and so much more when 284 News returns.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this thing like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out that trouble me.
Wow. What's your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hooked, I tell you.
Welcome everybody. It's Monday, August 8th, 2022. I'm Ron Grant coming to you live and direct from Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Monday to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast on the local scene, the Virgin Islands Territorial song has officially replaced God Save Our Queen for the very first time during McMaster's victory on August 6th, 2022. Take a look.
British Virgin Islands!
Former Sports Minister Myron Wallen first made the appeal for the replacement after McMaster won a gold at the Commonwealth Games in Australia in 2018. At the time he was elected, Ephraim Penn, president of the BVI Olympic Committee, then began the process of having the song replaced, which was supported by the succeeding Sports Minister, Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley. Now, viewers, the accomplishment of finally having the Virgin Islands Territorial song being played at international sporting events is one that signifies the true Virgin Islands pride. Of course, we want to take this opportunity here at 284 Media to congratulate Mr. Kirlin McMaster on his victory. Word reaching our newsroom from close family sources have confirmed the passing of Mrs. Kirlin Lettsome, longstanding educator and former principal of the Althea Scatliff Primary School. Lettsome passed away on the evening of August 6, 2022, while in the United States receiving medical treatment. Mrs. Lettsome was the wife of Dr. Quinty Lettsome and mother of 3. In 2015, she was honored by the Althea Scatliff Primary School for her long-standing contributions in education. She was also an instructor at the H. Lavey Style Community College for many years. Tributes have begun pouring in from all across the BVI and its diaspora, speaking to the significant contributions of Mrs. Kirlin Lettsome in education. The owners, management, and staff of CCT, BVI Cable TV, and 284 Media express sincere condolences to the family of the late Mrs. Kirlin Lettsome. The Office of the Supervisor of Elections is notifying the general public that voter registration is ongoing and that eligible persons should register to vote by September 5th in order to be included on the 2022 preliminary voters list. Supervisor of Elections Ms. Sherry Griffin said a person must be a belonger as per Section 2 of the Virgin Islands Constitution Order 2007, 18 years of age or older, and of course, a resident living in the Virgin Islands or the Virgin Islands and resident of the United States Virgin Islands to be qualified to register. Ms. Griffin said documents to be presented while registering include a Virgin Islands passport with embossed seal, belonger's card, or a belonger's certificate. A naturalization certificate can also be used, providing the certificate is dated before June 15, 2007. Now, further to Section 17, Number 1 of the Elections Amendment Act, Number 14 of 2011, it states that a registered voter who is ordinarily a resident in the territory and who moves his place of residence from within one local electoral district or polling division to another may have his name transferred to the list of voters for the local electoral district or polling division to which he has moved, if he or she applies on Form Number 9 and establishes to the satisfaction, that is, of the Supervisor of Elections, proof of residence within the local electoral district or polling division to which he or she has moved. Persons who have moved their place of residence and wish to transfer are encouraged to apply for a transfer. Of course, Ms. Griffin added that documents to support a transfer can be in the form of a cable, water or electricity or telephone bills, a rent receipt, lease agreement, or a notarized document stating the new address. Registration and transfers forms are available at the Office of the Supervisor of Elections. That office is located at the Rotown office, of course, on Main Street. Additionally, these forms are accessible online at bvi.gov.vg, and you can also make appointments, viewers, to the office directly in order to do that at calling 468-3701, or you can book online at bvips.org. Again, that website is bvips.org. Viewers, the building, of course, is located on Creaky's Building, Upper Main Street, and that post office box is 216. When 284 News returns, BVI is among 6 Caribbean islands and OTs to benefit from a $476,000 project, and the one and only Kyron McMaster successfully defended his Commonwealth Games title, for which we will take a brief look.
You value traditions.
Today,
You value music. You value education. Family.
I love you.
Service.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Love. Life. At Popular, we're committed to you and everything our community values. For the things you value the most, count on us. Popular.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Hello?
Wait, you're the lunch again? You don't say you were sick? What happened to our wedding rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
And District 3 residents outraged over no water supply. They simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns. All right, babe, just get some rest, take 2 Advil, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Okay, honey. I see you later. I love you.
It's clear to see that Coconut Lounge is a place to be, the coolest cocktail lounge in the British Virgin Islands. A lounge like no other, with welcoming, professional service, and a breathtaking ambiance. Not forgetting a diverse selection of wines, beers, and signature cocktails. Cozy, comfortable, contemporary. Coconut Lounge at Tortola Pier Park. Visit us today. Viewers, welcome back and thank you so much for sticking with us. Continuing on local news, local top hurdler Kirlin McMaster successfully defended his Commonwealth Games title in the men's 400-meter hurdles event recently over the weekend. Running out of lane 7, McMaster sailed to the finish line in a time of 48.93 seconds to take the gold. Second place went to Jamaica's Jaleel Hyde with 49.78 seconds, while third went to Journey's Alistair Chalmers with a time of 49.97 seconds. McMaster summed up his gold medal performance in an Olympic interview with BVI Olympic Committee's Public Relations Officer, Miss Sophia Fay. Take a look.
Starting the race. So getting in the block, starting the race, executing the race, and just getting out there and have fun, you know. I wasn't pressed too much about what I wanted to run, what time I wanted to run. I was more concerned about finishing with an injury-free race regardless of whatever. No. I don't study my competitors on the race. Once I step on the track, set the blocks, on your marks, my lane, straight around the track. I don't study about who next to me, who outside of me, behind me.
And how were you preparing? Because of course at Oregon, the World Championship, you had decided not to go through to the next round because you had felt a tweak and wanted to preserve making sure you're feeling good for this.
Yeah. So, you know, we just went back to rehab, did a lot of strengthening work, wanted to make sure that we could come out to defend the title. We wanted to be able to contest the medal at World Championship, but it was not 100%. The leg was not allowing us to be 100%. So after we realized that, we switched the focus on getting healthy and finishing out the season as healthy as possible rather than barring or trying to injure ourselves more.
Now viewers, according to World Athletics, McMaster is presently ranked 8th in the world in the men's 400-meter hurdles event. He said he will be aiming to medal against the top 3 hurdlers in the world, which include Norway's Karsten Wilhelm, USA's Rai Benjamin, and Brazil's Alison dos Santos.
Thank you for supporting me. I know it's not an easy road. I know you look at me and you want more. I know you want to see me contesting against Wahom, Benjamin, and Santos. It's coming. Just be patient, like I'm being patient, barring injuries and stuff like that. But I could tell you guys, that is the focus, to get on the podium for Worlds and Olympics and not just Commonwealth Games.
The British Virgin Islands is among 6 Caribbean countries that will benefit from an 18-month project led by the Caribbean Electric Utility Services Corporation, which is designed to build energy resilience while reducing the territory's climate vulnerability. The other 5 countries include Anguilla, Cayman Islands, St. Martin, Montserrat, and Turks and Caicos Islands. The project, entitled Carilec Resiliency and Energy Efficiency Project, is being funded by the Caribbean Overseas Countries and Territories Resilience, Sustainability, Energy, and Marine Biodiversity Program to the tune of some $476,900 $16.82. Take a look at this presentation prepared by Carilec on the project.
CARIP has 4 major outputs. 1. Create regional awareness of energy measures, and 2. Piloting energy self-audits in local households, including the exchange of inefficient light bulbs with high-efficient LEDs. A third component will train about 60 individuals in the design, installation, and maintenance of renewable energy and energy-efficient equipment. The fourth output will produce a position paper on new energy services for presentation to the governments of the 6 Caribbean overseas countries and territories.
These 4 outputs will directly impact low-income households, with 50% of those being single mother households, as well as electric utilities, energy service providers, and out-of-work professionals formerly employed within the tourism sector.
CARIP is being funded by RESMBID, the Resilience, Sustainable Energy and Marine Biodiversity Program. Enika Prescott is the program manager.
The RESMBID program is a grant-funded program funded by the European Union. It is part of the 11th envelope of the EDF, and it supports critical developmental areas, specifically in the Caribbean overseas countries and territories.
RESMBID is particularly concerned about the financial stress being experienced in the region and consequently welcomed the CARIP focus on saving through energy efficiency.
That there is a need to introduce resilience in our systems, that there's a need to listen to what the populations are saying about the cost of electricity. And the COVID-19 pandemic has exposed that there is a vulnerability in terms of being able to service the bills.
The Carilec Project's key message is that energy efficiency will benefit both the consumer and the electric utility companies.
The project is being facilitated by Carilec's project managers Thomas Mishik and Alana Raymond. Carilec's experts will also be supported by RESMBID program manager Neek Prescott and external specialists during the implementation. Viewers, when 284 News returns, Bryan defeats Benair in USVI primary elections, and St. Kitts and Nevis elects a new Prime Minister. The Honorable Terrance Drew M has been sworn into office. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting. For people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Is business slow, cash flow down, hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
The beautiful Virgin Islands, or nature's little secret as some prefer, where the weather stays warm and the drinks stay cold, where men in wigs get their lawyer bills paid by governments and governments lose planes, where walls are built and prisoners escape. You vacation where we suffer. BVI love.
Viewers, welcome back. We're panning across the region to the U.S. Virgin Islands, where Albert Bryan Jr. and Tregenza Roach were successful in Saturday's primary election in the USVI, clearing the way for their nomination on the Democratic gubernatorial ticket for the general election on November 8th. Now, Albert Bryan Jr. and Tregenza Roach, who are seeking a second term, maintain a major lead in pre-primary election polling against Kent Bernier and Oakland Benta, who announced their entry into the gubernatorial race earlier this year. Now, if Bryan Roach team wins in November, they have made a number of promises, including attempting to keep electricity bills low, increasing teacher salaries and those of other government workers, actively disbursing tax returns and premium pay awards, continuing to improve efficiency in public service, lowering, they say, the cost of broadband service and implementing free broadband opportunities in public housing areas, and making available once again a loan program for government employees. In addition, they say they will continue to build out new school infrastructure. Albert Bryan Jr. and Tregenza Roach have also committed to assisting retirees by further funding their retirement system and expanding the Virgin Islands transit ride to accommodate seniors on weekends. They must now turn their attention to the general scheduled election for November 8th, where they will face Senators Kurt Vialet, Janelle Saru, Stephen Smokey Frett, Gregory Brother R. Miller Jr., and Independent Citizens Movement duo, of course, Independents Ronald Pickard and Elroy Turnbull. Of course, we will continue to keep you posted on the happenings of the U.S. Virgin Islands election, which is scheduled for November 8th. Panning across the region once again to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. Terrance Michael Drew was sworn in on Saturday as the 4th Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis after leading his 6th Nevis Labour Party to victory in Friday's snap general election. Now, viewers, the SKN National Labour Party won 6 of the 11 seats contested in the general election, held 3 years ahead of the constitutional deadline, with the former coalition partners, the People's Labour Party of outgoing Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris, winning 1 seat, the same as the People's Action Movement, while the Nevis-based Concerned Citizens Movement won all 3 seats on the sister island. Governor General Sir Tapley Seaton is expected to name the 4 other legislators to the 15-member parliament. Drew, a Cuban and U.S.-trained medical practitioner, was administered the oath of office by Justice Trevor Ward in the presence of the Governor General. In a brief statement afterwards, Prime Minister Drew said that he will, and I quote, soon be naming his cabinet. He also said, and I quote, "It is indeed a pleasure to be given the opportunity by the people of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis to be your Prime Minister. I also recognize that it is an office that I do not own, and I am only there at the behest of the people, and I also know that I am here for a limited time." He continued by saying, "During the time I am here, I vow to work closely with the members of my cabinet that will be named shortly to work with those who are in public position in government, and most of all work with other citizens." Drew has promised to extend a hand to our Federation sister island, Nevis, so whatever issues they face can solve and to bring the Federation closer together. Viewers, he also said, "I look forward over the next 5 years to serving the people of St. Kitts and Nevis with distinction, with respect, and principle of good governance, transparency, integrity, so that our nation can be counted among those that are of the best tradition." Now, he told the audience that included family members, diplomats, members of the clergy, as well as other victorious members of the St. Kitts National Labour Party. Drew entered elective politics in July of 2013 when he was selected as the new St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party candidate for St. Christopher 8 and has participated in the past 2 general elections. He became party chairman in 2018. Viewers, prior to his entry into politics in 1998, he went to Cuba to study medicine, where he graduated with first-class honors from Institut Superior de Ciencias Médicas in Santa Clara, Cuba, returning home to work as a general practitioner at the Joseph S. N. France General Hospital. Now, in 2010, Drew was awarded a full scholarship to pursue specialty studies in internal medicine at the Paul Foster School of Medicine in Texas, graduating in 2013. Meanwhile, the Prime Ministers of Antigua and Barbuda and Dominica have sent congratulatory messages to Drew, with Prime Minister Gaston Brown indicating that the long Historical ties between the two governing Labour parties are well established and known. In addition to that, he said, the emergence of the trade unions and the political parties which they have spawned more than 8 decades cause our populations to invest, he said, their faith in Labour's continued governance. Despite interruptions from time to time, the Labour movement, he said, throughout the Anglo-Caribbean is fully established as a superior choice for leadership. He said, I express the applause of the entire nation of Antigua and Barbuda and look forward to collaboration between our two states and governments in the regional and international issues which require joint action in the immediate future, Brown added. In a message posted on his Twitter account, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit extended heartiest congratulations to Prime Minister Drew and best wishes for the success of the administration. All 3 countries are members of the sub-region organization, of course, the Eastern Caribbean states. In addition to that, locally in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, we also know that all other members, leaders, that is Mr. Sean Richards, the Honorable Sean Richards, and the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris, have also congratulated the newly elected Dr. Drew in his capacity. Viewers, that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284media.com, and of course, like us on Facebook at 284media.com and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. I will see you again tomorrow as we deliver your daily dose of local, regional, and international content. We are 284 News, your source for honest and impartial news, right here on 284 Media in the British Virgin Islands. Happy Monday, everyone. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Yo, everything good, Dad? Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy. What do you mean? Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home. What do you really? Hey, this thing like you know. Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me. Wow. What your name is? She? I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I hustle. I watching ball. I even watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
You value traditions. You value music. You value education. Family. I love you. Service.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Love. Life. At Popular, we're committed to you and everything our community values. For the things you value the most, count on us. Popular.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Hello?
Wait, you had a lunch at KAP? You say you were sick? What happened to over the rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
And District 3 residents outraged over no water supply. They simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
Alright, babe, just get some rest, take 2 Advil, and I'll see you later. Bye!
Okay, honey. I see you later. I love you.
It's clear to see that Coconut Lounge is a place to be, the coolest cocktail lounge in the British Virgin Islands. A lounge like no other, with welcoming, professional service, and a breathtaking ambiance. Not forgetting a diverse selection of wines, beers, and...
Yo, everything good, Dad? Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy. What do you mean? Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home. What do you really? Hey, this thing like you know. Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me. Wow. What your name is? She? I talk about my city life.
Don't worry.